Hello, it's me, and today I'll be doing a review on the Playmates Mechagodzilla 2021. So, I know this review's coming out a bit late because these were released quite a while ago, but I recently got this guy from Smith's Toys. Like, you can get him on the online shop now for $9.99. So if you want to get this guy and you haven't already, I'd recommend getting it now because it probably won't be back in stock. But yeah, this guy, he was, when I first got him, like, he's okay. For 10 quid, it's a pretty nice figure. I am going to be completely customizing him. But first, I'll do the box, which is the same as all the other ones. It's got battle damage reveal, Monsterverse Mechagodzilla with Heave, Blockbuster Movie, Godzilla vs. Kong, Choking Hazard, Godzilla vs. Kong on the side, Godzilla vs. Monsterverse there. Some other ones you can get, some other little descriptions about the film, the Heave, and the other ones you can get. I'm not going to be getting any others probably. I might get him when it comes into stock, because I might like make a diorama or something. I don't really know. But yes, on with Mechagodzilla. So this, the detail on him, it's nice. Paint's rubbish. But I mean, 10 quid, you can't really, yeah. But, so first, I guess I'll do the dorsal plates because this is what really is quite strange with this figure. They just decided to do them purely red. But the thing is, they're not purely red. It's silver with a tiny bit of red on top. But I mean, it is a children's toy. It just looks a bit strange. But I am going to be spraying the silver, adding joints into the tail, elbows, neck, and fixing the jaw a bit. But he's got some other bits of red. It's not red. It's for some reason it's a bit of a purple colour, which is quite strange. It's not like that red. It's a purple-y colour, which is quite strange. It must have gone weird in the production. But something that's I don't really mind the sort of clunkiness of this Mechagodzilla. I sort of like it because it's much, much different to any of the other ones. He's freaking terrifying in the film. Like, when you see him do the sort of, like, the turn thing, then laugh, he's got a terrifying, terrifying face. I say he's definitely the scariest Mechagodzilla. But oh yeah, I'll do this thing. So all the other Godzilla versus Kong Playmates toys have the battle damage. This guy's battle damage is probably the only one that is actually maybe a bit accurate. Because, spoilers if you haven't seen the film yet, for some reason. So, when Kong is defeating him, he slashes against his chest with his axe, and you don't see it, but this actually, I think, works for, like, when he goes like that and cuts that off. I think that's actually maybe a bit accurate. I'd say it is the most accurate. I know I said the Kong one was, but he didn't have any damage like that in the film. But underneath, it's got some sort of piston-ish things, some wires, and nothing else. But actually, I don't really mind this battle damage. I hated all the other ones, but I actually quite like this one, and it comes on and off quite easily. But it's got his very nice claw hands. Something that I'm going to do with the custom is make these hinged, so I can cut them like that up around there, drill through it, and then put a stick in, so it'll be able to open and close. The elbows are, I don't know why they didn't add a hinge there, but I'm sort of glad because it means I have more stuff to customize on him, and I do quite enjoy it. So the detail is a bit dulled out. Like, it's got some nice bits, but it's got, like, it hasn't got any sharp edges like he has in the film. It's a bit more dulled out. I am trying. I might be getting the monster arts. I don't know. There's something that I'm making at the moment, which is in the works, which I'll do a video on probably maybe sometime this week, maybe, which is something that I'm making, which I'll be selling, which will help me be able to afford the mechagodzilla, the monster arts version of this guy, which I'll tell you about later on, like maybe in the week or something. But it's got, the feet have got really nice detail, got the sort of hinges and swivels and stuff, got some little barry bits on his tail, and it's got his sort of fork at the end, which he uses for stabbing, which is quite nice. But yeah, the overall detail, it's nice. I mean, it's pretty blooming good for 10 quid. I mean, it is a bit dulled out, but you can easily fix that, like with the scalpel or Dremel. But yeah. So for the articulation, it's a hinged jaw, so it can close. Something else that I'm going to fix. So he sort of has a bit of an underbite, but in the film he has a proper underbite. Like when his jaw's open, it's about that far back. So I'm going to cut it there, sand it back, and then stick it back on, and then it'll be further back. It can open that wide, which is quite nice. It's quite disturbing, if I'm honest. Like, if he did that in the film, that would be absolutely terrifying. But on the shoulders, it's a swivel hinge, so it can go up about that far, so he can have his arms out perfectly straight. They can spin all the way around, go in and out. No other movement in hand. I would have liked to swivel, but I can add that in easily. The tail is a single ball joint, so it can spin round, up, down, left, right. No wire or anything, it's just plain, which I'm quite glad because it's easier to like cut apart. It's got a swivel hinge at the hip, so it can go out that far, so you can do the splits, and it can go it can spin all the way around. It can go that far back and that far forwards. Well, very far forwards. Hinge at the knees and a swivel at the feet. Something very strange which I noticed about this, which I showed my dad and it was quite funny. So the people who made this, they probably did this. They probably did this as a joke. Like, you do see it in the film, but like it's the joints, the sort of circles are further like inside, and it's much more further down. But they sort of gave him, yeah. Which, yeah, I'll let you work it out. But yes. They're probably just having the best time of their life doing that, just laughing their heads off. Because, I mean, it's a bit weird. I mean, it sort of has that in the film, but it doesn't. Like, you see the monster arts, and it doesn't have that. It's, like, very thin down, and, like, the other bits are much further in. Like, they're behind other joints. Also, he has a bit there, a hole at the back for the beam. But yeah, that does it for this review. I would definitely recommend getting this guy. Again, I almost forgot the size comparison. So, here he is next to the Funko Pop version, which you can see is a more purple, but you can see, look, none. It's a bit weird. Bit weird that they added that. Here he is next to my only other mechagodzilla, my Kairu mechagodzilla model kit, which he's like, if you get this guy standing up completely straight, he's almost as tall as him. Not quite, but almost. Here he is next to the Playmates Kong. So they scale nicely. Here he is next to... Oh yes, this is something quite strange. Here he is next to my custom Playmates Skullcrawler from Godzilla vs. Kong. Look how bloomin' big he is. That's not accurate at all. Because, you know, in the film, he grabs him, he's like trying to bite at his face. That's completely out of scale. So I don't know why this is so big. Maybe it, but I mean, I'm quite glad that it's this big because I'm not going to have him fighting this guy. He scales amazingly with the NECA King Kong. And finally, here he is next to my, in the middle of customizing bootleg Monster Arts Godzilla 2021. And the reason, if you watch my last review on the Gundam, the reason that I haven't updated this is because I'm reviewing these the same day. I just finished the Gundam review and I'm doing this guy now so that I have it out of the way and I can customize this guy straight away. But they scale very nicely. He's got a blooming big head compared to him. But now that does it for this review. I really hope you enjoyed. Definitely pick this guy up if you aren't going to be able to afford the Monster Arts. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.